Hey, this is Clay from Clay's AC and Auto Repair here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Clay Motion. So what we're working on today is a 2007 Rev 800R. Pretty standard snowmobile. Anyways, remember, you can't break what's already broken, and you can't never got anything done, so might as well try. So the problem that we used to have with this, and I've already fixed it, and I had made a video of showing you how to get this stuff all out and everything, but some reason it got lost. I don't know. But the problem is that we would hit our start button. Now it starts up just fine because I've already repaired the fuse in the circuit. You'll see that here in a second. Hit my start button, nothing. It would click or would just do nothing. And the guys at the skidoo shop, or a lot of threads I read, talked about how the switch was bad. Well, I have the XPS race sled, which actually has the exact same switch. And just to test that theory out, I switched it over. No good. This switch worked on that one worked on this one, blah blah blah. We got to that point. You don't need to remove your helmet heater. That's out for a different reason. But what you do need to do is you need to look up inside there, and you'll see a relay sitting in there. And if you have electric start like mine does, and this will also work for your reverse, because the reverse model that doesn't have electric start still has this wiring loom, and you'll find that the relay is bad. And you're gonna see a video, part of the video here in a second, where I was actually fixing this thing, and you'll see where I fixed it. And then I just used the standard relay. I mean, there wasn't nothing special about it. I left you a part number, I think, in there. But I believe any 5-post relay, I think you end up only using 4 of the wires. You'll see that here in a minute. And if you still have a problem, look down there for corrosion. And I'll have talked about how you undid the 7-pin that's up inside here, and it'll show you that in the wiring. And you're going to take the whole thing out. If you're having any issues with your skidoo or your Rev, you know, it doesn't matter if it's 550 SS, whatever it is, 600s, you know, yada yada. The wiring on these snowmobiles is actually really super simple. It's not very complicated. You can just follow the wires down to where they go. And you're going to look for points, and anytime you're working on electrical, you're going to look for points of corrosion. And that's exactly what I found. My relay was all corroded. The wiring harness was corroded. And like I said, you'll see that here in a second. But, and you're just going to repair it and rewire it in there and cut out the corrosion. But these circuits on these snowmobiles, they're not complicated at all. And it doesn't hurt. You know, never got anything done. So, you know, you can just look at it, and usually common sense will play in there. I mean, most of the stuff that I do, I've never really worked on. You know, I just know how to work on stuff, and that's great, but I'm not any smarter than you, I'm sure. Probably not as smart as most of you, to be honest with you. But anyways, enjoy the rest of the video. I'll show you how to fix it, and now it starts right up and runs great. I mean, I don't really have any issues with it. Obviously, it turns right over. Choke it and start it, put the battery in there and all that stuff. You know, turn and choke on, blah blah blah. Hey, hopefully this video is helpful. Please subscribe, like me on Clay's AC and Auto Repair on Facebook. Enjoy the rest of the video. Have a great day. So I'm assuming if you're watching this, you already kind of know what's going on. I explained that my start relay and my reverse relay was corroded, which you can see right there. If this video is helpful, like me on Facebook, yada yada yada. Hopefully you have your tools around. You're going to need some wire crimpers. I like these ones. Don't specifically have to use them. You need wire cutters and a couple crimps, and then you can also use this relay, which is the one that I got from the local parts store. This is a 5-pin, but we only need a 4-pin, so we can use that. And then last but not least, a lighter in case you have to burn things down because they're pissing you off. So what we got is so we got all the sheathing off. We've got a 7-pin connector. Don't really have any corrosion in there. Have a little bit of corrosion inside my fuse holder, but I really don't think my fuse holder is a problem. Obviously, you can replace that later if that is a problem. But I kind of wanted to show you how the wires go, so you know. On the aftermarket one that you got, it's going to probably have 5. You can just cut that center one out and block that off somehow, because that may send charge, but I don't think so. So now we're going to crimp it together. You probably don't need me to show you how to do that, but I will. I'm going to do one wire individually at a time, and the reason I'm going to do that is just so I don't because these are a different color code, and just so I don't miss it. So we've got a little bit stripped back. Okay, so now we got it crimped on there. Now obviously, you know, you don't want these ends exposed because you're just going to get more corrosion in there. And I'm not going to show you to crimp each wire because it's a waste of time. But I am going to say something to you, just in case you don't already know. When you're using electrical tape, pull the tape as you put it on, pull it, hold one end like this, and then stretch it around, and then that will cause it to push the air out, and it's elastic, so it will actually pull. Hopefully this video was helpful. Please like, share, comment. Remember, if anybody else can do it, you can do it too. Like us on Facebook under Clay's AC and Auto Repair. This is Clay with Clay Motion. Have a great day.